Back into Good Morning Quad Cities at 11. It's time to introduce you to our pet of the week. And Patty McRae with the Quad Cities Animal Welfare Center is here to tell us about Rosie. Well, good morning, Patty.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us again. Well, she's already very cuddly, that's for sure.
Oh, gosh.
But can you start off by just telling us a little bit about Rosie, what kind of dog she is?
Yeah, so she is a German Shepherd, and she's 7 years old. Okay. She's been spayed, she's microchipped, she's current on vaccines. She's lovely, really nice.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I can already tell.
Yeah, great with people.
Absolutely.
The only thing about her that I would say is she prefers to be the only fur child in a home.
Okay.
Which has kind of put a little bit of, made it a little harder for us to find a home for her. Right. She absolutely adores people. She'd be great with kids. We have found, though, that she does not really care for other dogs or cats.
Okay, well, that perfectly segues into my next question of what homes would Rosie fit best in?
I think that a home with some kids who are high energy, want to run around with a great dog. I could see her sitting and watching TV and cuddling, but yet I also know that she's a higher energy dog and she would love to be out in a yard playing with a ball and having kids running around.
Absolutely. And are there any habits that Rosie has that like potential owners should know about?
Well, I mean, I think that habits for her would be something that you would want to get a routine for her.
Yes.
So I think that right now she's in a shelter and probably doesn't quite know what's happening there, but getting her home, getting her on a routine, you know, especially getting her out for nice walks. And so she knows what to expect every day out of your family.
No, absolutely. And definitely have a lint roller on standby as well. But that's no big deal.
She definitely is a little bit of a shudder, but you know what?
A lot of dogs are.
That's part of having a dog.
It's a dog. It's all right. We love them.
Yes, absolutely.
So a very important thing is, so March is, you know, Pet Poison Prevention Awareness Month. How can pet owners protect their pets from being, you know, exposed to dangerous things?
Well, pets are like kids sometimes, and they're going to put everything in their mouth. So just be aware of some things in your home. Human medicines, pet medicines, especially don't want them getting into that. Some other things would be maybe like some household cleaning products. Make sure that they're not getting underneath the sink and getting into things. Human food and candy, big no-no. Unless it's something that your vet has said, you know, is okay for your dog to have, wouldn't want to do that. And then there are certain types of plants. I personally don't have plants anymore at my home. I have them all in my office at the shelter because there are certain plants that can make them pretty sick, and you don't want that to happen.
No, absolutely. And Patty, if, you know, I'm sure if your pet shows signs of potential poisoning, of course, taking them to the vet is probably going to be the first response for a lot of pet owners. But what should they do if, you know, their pet shows signs of pet poisoning? Right.
Definitely call your vet right away. You want to be very proactive, and if you see that they've gotten into something they shouldn't, go ahead and call your vet. And it's pretty obvious. They're lethargic. There's maybe some vomiting or some diarrhea. Get them to a vet. And we are so fortunate to have the Animal Emergency Center also in Beddendorf. So give them a call if it's after hours and your vet's not open. But act quickly because you don't want anything to happen to your pet.
Oh, absolutely. That is fantastic advice. Patty, thank you so much for bringing Rosie in to meet everybody today. And if you would like to adopt Rosie, visit the Quad City Animal Welfare Center's Adoption Center, and they are open Mondays and then Wednesdays through Saturdays, noon to 5. You can also visit their Facebook page or their website.